Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the best audiobook summaries that get you inspired and moving towards your goals. Today, we're exploring The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, a simple yet powerful tool that's all about breaking through procrastination and sparking real change in your life. If you've ever felt stuck or unsure how to start something new, this summary is for you. So let's get right into it and find out how counting down from 5 can unlock a world of confidence and action. Ready? Let's start the countdown. Can just 5 seconds truly transform your life? Speaker and author Mel Robbins asserts that it absolutely can, and to a greater extent than you might ever imagine. Do you wish to pursue a career aligned with your passion? Are you aiming to improve your health and relationships? Do you want to become more confident and face your fears bravely? The 5-second rule will teach you how to break free from holding yourself back, how to stop hesitating, and finally live the life of your dreams by taking action. This simple technique will help reshape your habits and change any aspect of your life. With Robbins as your guide, you'll learn how a simple commitment can radically transform your life. How I discovered the 5-second rule. Sometimes in life, even the simplest tasks or the smallest of actions can feel overwhelmingly difficult. Replying to an email or going to the gym can seem like insurmountable tasks. This was precisely how author Mel Robbins felt every day at the age of 41. For Robbins, getting out of bed after the alarm went off was an enormous challenge. Right upon waking, she was immediately overwhelmed with thoughts of her problems. Bounced checks, a foreclosure notice on her house, being unemployed, struggling as a wife and mother, and resorting to alcohol to dull the pain. Every day began as if everything in her life was in complete disarray. Robbins wanted to change her life, but didn't know how. Then one night, she saw a commercial on TV showing a rocket launching with the classic countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inspired, Robbins decided she would blast out of bed just like a rocket the next morning. It might have sounded silly, but when the alarm went off the next morning, Robbins started counting down from 5 and successfully got out of bed. That was the beginning of the idea for the 5-second rule. What you can expect when you use it. Whenever you feel the desire to achieve a goal, start counting backward from 5 and then move your body. The 5-second rule creates a visible, tangible result in your life that you can see and feel. Mel noticed, and psychological research supports, that there is a 5-second gap or window between the instinct to take action and your brain making excuses to procrastinate. By applying this rule in your life, you start to take action towards your goals instead of making excuses. Throughout our day, this 5-second window occurs repeatedly. When you follow this rule, you'll notice that you're making small decisions towards achieving your goals. You'll stop making excuses and start dropping bad habits that stand in your way. These small decisions add up to significant results. The rule will continue to work as long as you keep using it. It helps you to eliminate fear from your life and take control of your decisions. Why the rule works. The 5-second rule works because it is incredibly simple. When you deeply desire to achieve a goal or are hesitating to do something you should, use this rule to spring into action. Start counting backward, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and as soon as you hit 1, just get moving. Instead of being stuck overthinking, this forces you into action. The more time we spend thinking about doing something, the greater the chance that we'll never actually do it. This rule helps to eliminate this detrimental habit. You can use this rule in 3 ways. First, to change your bad habits into good ones. Second, to overcome your fears and boost your confidence. And third, to control your mind and eliminate negative thoughts and worries. This rule can be applied to any aspect of your life to make it better because it works on you. Changing a bad habit using this rule can bring about a positive change in you, one that stays with you for life. Everyday courage. We often think of courage as something reserved for grand, heroic acts that make history, but courage can also be seen in our everyday lives. Moments of fear and anxiety challenge us to face them. This courage is within all of us, giving us a push when we most need to confront a challenge or take action. Courage comes in many forms. For example, Rosa Parks demonstrated extraordinary everyday courage in 1955 in Alabama when she refused to give up her seat on a bus. She hadn't planned it in advance or thought about the consequences. She was simply fed up with the discrimination she faced as a Black American. Standing up for herself without fear wasn't about changing the world. It was about changing herself. What are you waiting for? We've all played the waiting game, waiting for the right time to start a business or feel more confident. Whatever the reason, it's holding you back. Every moment you wait, you're not just delaying your dreams, you're working against them. The truth is, there's no right time. We don't know how long we have, so it depends on how you live in the moment. We often wait for others to give us a push towards our dreams, wanting to hear that our idea is great and that we have what it takes. Instead of waiting for external validation, muster the courage from within yourself. There is no right moment, but any moment can be the right one. Take L. James, for example, the author of the famous novel 50 Shades of Grey. Inspired by Twilight, James, a working mother without an agent or book deal, started writing. Over time, her confidence grew, and she published her book, which sold 1 million copies in just 4 days. When we think about taking action, we want a guarantee of success, but most of the time, there isn't one. Start thinking that the outcome doesn't matter as much as the fact that, by trying, you're unleashing your potential. American actor Mark Ruffalo auditioned 600 times before landing his first role. Rovio, creators of the popular Angry Birds, launched at least 50 games before tasting success. Picasso created 50,000 paintings in his lifetime, but only 100 are considered masterpieces. Stepping out into the world gives you the chance to try multiple opportunities that you might not normally get. With the 5-second rule, you can end the waiting game and gather the courage to pursue your dreams. You'll never feel like it. We might think of ourselves as logical decision makers, but the truth is, our feelings often dictate our decisions. This explains why change feels so hard. We know what we should do, but our feelings end up making the decisions. The 5-second rule helps us act against our feelings immediately. To succeed, you must separate how you feel from the actions you take. What matters when you start isn't the outcome, but that you did something, took some action. Imagine you work at a company and aim for a promotion. You've read books, attended seminars, and even hired a coach. But you know you need to speak up and share your ideas to get promoted, yet you find yourself unable to do so. Here, you can easily apply this rule. Break the habit of staying silent in meetings because by doing so, you're doubting yourself. Start counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and push yourself to speak up, to share your idea. How to start using the rule. Change is simple, but not easy. The best way to start implementing this rule in your life is with the Wake-Up Challenge. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier than your usual wake-up time, and when it goes off, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to get out of bed. This is an effective way to apply the rule for several reasons. First, it's straightforward and simple. When your alarm rings, you'll either follow the rule or turn off the alarm. Successfully changing your morning routine means you can change any part of your life. You'll experience what psychologists call activation energy, a significant push needed at the beginning to change your life. Getting out of bed might feel hard, but the rest of your day will seem easier. Just like Robbins faced her day by turning off her alarm and following this rule, leading to positive changes in her life, Stephen's story is similar. Unemployed for 4 months, he applied the rule starting with the Wake-Up Challenge. The habit of waking up early changed his mindset, and he found a job he loved, managing to pay his bills and save money. A small change filled his life with positivity. Improve your health. Many aim to improve their health, whether it's losing weight, getting their heart in better shape, or healing from an illness. Despite having ample information about living a healthy life, it remains a struggle because our feelings start to make decisions. You know, home-cooked food is better than fast food, but you end up buying fast food because you didn't feel like cooking in the morning. You know you should go for a walk instead of watching TV, but it's cold outside and you don't feel like going out. Here's where the rule comes in. Use this rule to overcome the habit of saying, "I don't feel like it." As soon as the thought of getting ready for the gym or choosing water over soda comes to mind, just do it without letting your feelings interfere. Start counting down from 5 and listen to your inner voice. Your feelings don't matter. Actions do, because they're the only thing that can bring about a change in your health and life that lasts a lifetime. In February 2014, Charlie weighed 383 pounds. He listened to Mel Robbins' TED Talk and started using the 5-second rule to take actions that would improve his health. Charlie lost 176 pounds and completely changed his life around because he took actions that were better for his health instead of listening to his feelings. Increase productivity. Productivity depends on your ability to focus. You need to ignore distractions and concentrate on your work, prioritizing the most important tasks instead of wasting time on trivial ones. Managing distractions requires seriousness. We're well aware that notifications from smartphones, iPads, and other electronic devices distract us significantly. Despite knowing this, why don't we ignore them? It's simple, but not easy, right? However, doing so can vastly improve your productivity. You need to actively plan your day. This includes taking advantage of the first 2-3 hours of the morning. As research has shown, our minds are freshest and most productive during this time. Author Robbins increased her productivity by managing her mornings well. She established a strict morning routine, leaving her phone in the bathroom to avoid the temptation of checking notifications. She created a must list of tasks essential for achieving her goals, which she would review while brushing her teeth. She spent the first 30 minutes before 7:30 planning her day, especially focusing on tasks from her must list. She didn't check her phone to ensure she could complete her morning tasks efficiently. Following a similar routine can greatly enhance your productivity. End procrastination. We've all struggled with procrastination at some point, delaying tasks until tomorrow. Sometimes it can be helpful, like when working on a project and a better idea comes later. Taking a break can allow you to see your project from a fresh perspective. However, procrastination has a negative side that can ruin your goals and ideas. Even knowing there are essential tasks to do, delaying them can cause significant harm. But it's not laziness. It's an attempt to handle stress. The stress isn't about an email or paperwork, but something bigger, like a personal or financial matter. Procrastinating might offer temporary relief, but ultimately increases stress. You can manage this habit with 3 simple steps. First, stop blaming yourself and forgive yourself. Use the rule to stop thinking negatively about yourself. Second, imagine yourself as you want to be and step out of this habit. Third, start taking action on the things you've been avoiding, even if it's just for 15 minutes a day. This method is simple, but it requires action. For example, Scott, a PhD student living with his wife and child, was depressed due to financial strain and kept postponing important tasks. This habit started causing serious problems, and he felt like a failure. He then started applying this rule. First, he forgave himself, realizing his financial stress shouldn't affect his work. He began to take control of his life. Next, he envisioned himself as he wanted to be, which was to become a professor. This rule taught him to make wise decisions. Finally, Scott tackled the work he had been avoiding for a long time. He didn't overthink, he just dove in and made his life happier than before. Stop worrying. If you, like most of us, spend your time and energy worrying about what-ifs instead of enjoying life, it might feel like you were born with a default setting to worry. When we're not focused on something specific, we start worrying, which seems to have become our default setting. Ultimately, this prevents us from enjoying the beautiful moments in life, taking them away from us. When your mind starts drifting towards negative thoughts and discouraging ideas, don't let it affect you. Instead, apply the rule to redirect your thinking in a positive direction. Robin shared an anecdote about waiting for her daughters to return from a trip to Peru. Throughout the day, she was plagued by terrifying thoughts like plane crashes, delayed flights, and lost luggage. However, with the help of the rule, she tried to redirect her thoughts positively. Whenever a negative thought emerged, she would start counting backward from 5, thinking about how excited her children would be to share their trip stories. Whenever you're burdened with worry, follow this rule to change your thoughts. Replace your worry with a positive feeling. If you feel yourself slipping into negativity, recall a beautiful moment in your life or something you're profoundly grateful for. End anxiety. Anxiety is a step beyond worry. Understanding and then changing it is the key to control. At some point, we will all experience moments in our lives that make us anxious, like suddenly stepping in front of a moving car. Anxiety is when worry occurs without any significant reason. You might be doing something as simple as pouring coffee into a cup and suddenly feel anxious. There are 2 known ways to address anxiety: therapy and medication. Another method Robbins suggests is the reframing strategy, which means turning your anxiety into excitement because our body responds the same way to both. It's our brain that labels them differently. When you start to feel anxious, use the 5-second rule to prevent it from turning into panic. Start counting down from 5 and tell yourself that you're just excited. Robbins, who has always struggled with anxiety, uses this reframing strategy before giving speeches. Before a speech, her heart rate increases and her palms sweat. Instead of saying she's nervous, she tells herself she's just excited to give the speech. Beat fear. Facing terrifying situations is an integral part of life. Our fears take different forms, but what they have in common is their ability to rob us of the joy of the moment. You can conquer your fear with a simple technique by creating an anchor thought, a thought that supports you. It's like getting a positive outcome from facing your fear. If you're in a situation that frightens you, clinging to this thought can help lessen your fear. Robbins explained this technique through her fear of flying. She would be consumed by thoughts of plane crashes or terrorist attacks which terrified her. To overcome this fear, she decided to create an anchor thought before every flight. For example, she would imagine walking on the beach in Michigan with her mother. During the flight, whenever her fear escalated, she applied the 5-second rule, focusing on the beautiful moment awaiting her after landing. Gradually, this technique worked its magic, and Robin's fear began to diminish. Whatever your fear, you can apply this technique to conquer it. Building real confidence. Sometimes we mistake confidence for a special quality of personality, but it's actually just a skill. The skill of trusting yourself and your talents. Like any other skill, confidence grows with practice. Building confidence means taking small steps that push you out of your comfort zone. Over time, these small steps yield significant results that infuse you with a real and unwavering self-confidence. You can build your confidence using the 5-second rule by giving yourself small challenges. For instance, Robbins challenged a group of engineers to introduce themselves to 3 new people using this rule. An engineer in the audience faced the CEO of a company he respected but froze up. He felt disappointed in himself all day. However, the next day, during a morning walk, he encountered the CEO again. Applying the rule, he gathered the courage to approach and speak to the CEO. He managed to converse well and even shared a new idea with him. This small act of bravery opened many doors for him in the company and significantly boosted his confidence. Pursuing passion. Active participation in a process is how you find your passion. Start exploring what excites you, or what can't you stop thinking about. Once you find something that genuinely interests you, dive deeper. Watch online videos, join classes, or talk to experts in the field. Don't hesitate to use the 5-second rule to pursue anything that fills you with enthusiasm and satisfies your soul. You'll find that your search propels you forward and leads you to your passion, opening up new opportunities. So, gather the courage to follow your heart. What starts as a passion could become your life path or career, but it takes time, thought, and planning. Instead of asking if you feel like pursuing this new path, ask if you are ready. If yes, then give yourself that final push with the rule and start taking action towards living your dream. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make your dream a reality. Enrich your relationships. Improving your relationships is simple. If you want to say something, just say it. Often in life, it's challenging to share experiences that are private or scary. Our default setting seems to be to leave important things unsaid because it feels easier. The 5-second rule helps you say the things you want to, but are held back by feelings. Start counting backward and just say what you want to say. Mel had this experience when her father suddenly messaged her to call him. Negative thoughts flooded her mind, like a death in the family or some trouble. On the phone, her father explained he needed brain surgery. Mel wanted to ask if he was scared, but hesitated. Then, using the rule, she pushed herself and finally asked. It was a profoundly beautiful moment when her father shared that he had lived a good, happy life. Remember, it may feel scary or uncomfortable to say something important, but don't leave significant things unsaid. Don't overthink. Just say it. Conclusion. You've learned how just 5 seconds can change your old habits and way of thinking, teaching you a method that brings you closer to the life you desire. This simple technique can be applied to any part of your life, whether it's health, relationships, business, or career. You've learned how to follow your passion and change your life for greater satisfaction. Whether you want to start your dream business, begin exercising, or be more patient with your children, start with this rule. The 5-second rule gives you the power to truly transform your life. It teaches you to live in the moment by destroying old habits and negative thoughts. Set out to achieve your passion, overcome your fears, and live the life of your dreams openly. And now you know how easy it is. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get into action. And that's a wrap on our summary of The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. It's incredible how something as simple as a 5-second countdown can have such a big impact on our lives, isn't it? We hope this summary not only inspires you, but also gives you the push you need to jumpstart your journey towards personal growth and achievement. If you enjoyed this summary and want more nuggets of wisdom from top audiobooks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Sharing is caring, so if you know someone who could benefit from this video, spread the love. Thanks for watching, and remember, your next to a big change is just 5 seconds away. See you in the next video.